Michael Christopher stood at a crowded bus stop in the heart of the city, watching people move past him with practiced ease. He wasn't in a hurry. He was waiting for the right moment. His eyes landed on a man standing alone, glancing at his watch every few seconds, as if waiting for someone who would never show up. He was tall, well-dressed in a button-down shirt that hinted at a long, exhausting day. His dark hair was neatly styled, but there was a hint of unease in his expression. Perfect. Michael approached him slowly, keeping his hands in his pockets, making sure to appear friendly and non-threatening. "Hey," he said with a small smile. "You look like you could use a drink." The man hesitated, his eyes narrowing slightly, but then he gave a tired smile. "Yeah, it's been a long day." Michael nodded, feigning understanding. "I live just around the corner. Got some beer if you're interested." The man hesitated for a brief moment. Michael could see the internal debate happening, the doubt, the caution, but most importantly, the loneliness. "Sure," he said finally. "Why not?" Michael smiled. Got him. Michael's apartment was small, but meticulously clean, perhaps too clean. Everything was in its place, nothing out of order. He led his guest inside with a casual wave of his hand. "Make yourself comfortable," he said. "I'll grab us something to drink." The man, who introduced himself as David Warner, sat down on the couch, stretching his legs. He glanced around, taking in the space. It was neat, almost sterile, but he was too tired to think much of it. In the kitchen, Michael pulled out 2 bottles of beer, but before bringing them over, he added a little something extra to David's drink, something that would ensure the night went exactly as planned. He returned, handing over the beer with a warm smile. "Cheers," he said, clinking his bottle against David's. David took a sip, then another. At first, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. They talked, laughed a little, but soon David's movements became sluggish. His eyelids grew heavy. "I feel weird," he muttered, slumping back into the couch. "It's okay," Michael said softly. "Just relax." David mumbled something else, but the words were lost as his eyes fluttered closed. When David woke up, everything was wrong. His arms wouldn't move. His legs felt trapped. Panic surged through him as his mind caught up to his body. He was sitting in a wooden chair in a dimly lit room, his wrists and ankles tightly bound with thick rope. What's going on?" he stammered. From the shadows, Michael emerged, his expression calm, almost amused. "You're awake," he said casually, as if discussing the weather. David's heart pounded. "Michael, what the hell is this? If this is a joke, it's not funny. Let me go." Michael tilted his head slightly, studying him. "David, have you ever thought about what it feels like to be completely powerless? No control, no way out." David's breath came in short, panicked bursts. "Why are you doing this?" Michael smiled, but he didn't answer. Chapter 4. The Last Plea. Minutes passed, or maybe hours. David had lost all sense of time. His wrists ached from struggling against the restraints, but the knots were expertly tied. There was no escaping. "Please," he whispered, his voice hoarse. "You don't have to do this." Michael sat across from him, sipping a cup of coffee as if this were a normal evening. "You know the most fascinating thing about this moment?" Michael mused. "It's the control. Right now, your life depends entirely on me." Tears welled in David's eyes. "I swear, I won't tell anyone. Just let me go." Michael sighed and stood up, He walked over to a small cabinet, opened a drawer, and pulled out something gleaming. A knife. David's breath caught in his throat. No, no, please don't. Michael turned the blade over in his hands, inspecting it as if seeing it for the first time. He took a step forward. David's body went rigid, pure terror flooding his veins. Then, a sudden sharp sound broke the silence. The doorbell rang. Michael froze. David's mind raced. Someone's here. This could be his only chance. "That's my friend," he blurted. "I told him I'd be here. If I don't answer, he'll call the cops." Michael didn't move for a long moment. Then, slowly, he turned his head toward the door. The bell rang again, louder this time. David held his breath. Was this it? Was this how he got out? Finally, Michael exhaled, shaking his head. He set the knife down on the table, then looked back at David with a small, almost amused smile. "Well, David," he murmured, "looks like you got lucky tonight." Without another word, he turned and walked toward the door. David could only watch, his heart pounding. Would he live to see another day?